Okay, welcome back. Just wanted to show you an update on this Action Man Robocop. So I've had some success and some unexpected results. So yeah, made a mold, rather chunky mold, and yeah, as you can see, yeah, the hole was a little bit too small. Yeah, so when I went to pour it, it wasn't going down; it was just pooling on the top. So what I had to do was I had to open it up and pour down and close up, and yeah, I had some unexpected results. Maybe due to that, maybe due to the fact that I had inaccurate quantities of part A and part B of the resin, because this was the first thing that come out of the mold. Had a lot of flashing that I've cleaned up most of it, and side by side with the head you see here, it is slightly bigger. You might not be able to see the difference on camera, but here is the original head. You can see it's a bit fatter and a bit, so you might not be able to tell the difference right here, but I'll show it a bit better in a second. So yeah, here's what we've got. We've got a head that's ready for modification. So basically we're going to be taking off the hair, taking off the ears, and taking off the eyebrows, because Robocop doesn't have eyebrows or ears. You just have ports where he's got sensors and stuff, and on the back here we've got loads of wiring and, you know, different vents and ports and all sorts of mechanical nonsense. So yeah, I'm going to try and replicate that with my limited sculpting skills and tools, and we will do what we can, and I'll bring a video showing that. So yeah, let's pop his head off, and then we've got a load of lollipop sticks, and show you what heads I've got. So as I was saying before, this is the first head. Forget that one for a second, and as you can see, side by side with the original head, it is slightly fatter, which is, you know, not a bad thing. It's somewhere in the middle between the original and an eagle eye head, as you can see here on the left. So yeah, interesting to see the differences in the heads, and as you can see, this is the right size for it. So yeah, I think what the problem was, it could have been something to do with the mold. As I say, the hole was a bit too small, so I had to open it up and pour it in, and it was a bit sloppy. So it wasn't, when I actually had the mold, it was taped up, but I had to sort of pull it open, pour the stuff in, and it didn't shut tightly. So maybe it give it more room to expand. Maybe it was due to the fact that I mixed the part A and part B incorrectly. There was just a little part, a little amount in each bottle, and I just poured them in. I didn't measure them out. They just looked equal, so there was probably a bit of a faster reaction, hence making it bigger. I have had the same thing in the past with my Major Tom Action Man, and yeah, that come out pretty cool. So I'm sure I'll be able to do something with this one. So yeah, that's a little tip for people if they want to make things bigger. I don't know if you can make things smaller, because the reaction is it produces heat. It's called an exothermic reaction, which makes things expand. I don't think there's a way of making things contract, unless you've got some liquid nitrogen handy. I don't know. I wouldn't be messing around with that. This stuff is as far as I go when it comes to chemicals, and it's probably carcinogenic and not good for your health either way. But at least you ain't going to lose a finger in the process like with liquid nitrogen. So yeah, just thought I would share and talk some more waffle. As you can see, there's the original head and the Eagle Eye recast. It's not perfect, got a few air bubbles. This one had a air bubble right on the nostril, which is bloody annoying. Looked like he'd had a cold and had a bogey hanging out. Got rid of that. And ironically, the ears come out really good on this one and on the first attempt. And I usually have problems with the ears. I seem to be getting better at the old moulding process. Some things are improving, but the air bubbles, little things that sometimes can't be avoided. Sometimes when you're pouring your silicon into a mould, and you have, well, I have it this way, have the figure on a stick like that, maybe sitting inside the mould, and when you're pouring it, the best way to get rid of air bubbles, I've seen other people show it, is to squeeze the mould slightly, burp it, rotate it, and and then top up again and do the same thing, burp it, squeeze it, twist it, pop it, bop it, all that business. And yeah, this is probably one of the best moulds of best casts, I should say, that have come out, and it wasn't perfect. It still needs some cleanup, but I'm getting better at it. And it's not a cheap process. The materials aren't cheap, but maybe it's not really cost effective at the moment. But if I start producing some stuff that people want of a quality that I'd be happy purchasing, maybe I'll offer some stuff up for sale. I did mention in the past that I was going to do some Blade Runner bits and pieces, and I still may do. It may be easier for people to get things 3D printed. That might be a way to go. I was just looking for the tiles. I'll put them somewhere. Anyway, yeah, there was some Blade Runner 3D tiles that I had printed. I was going to maybe do some recasting of those. The Rick Deckard shoes. I know some people have expressed interest in those. Other bits and bobs, maybe if anybody wants a recast of something. I know I've still got the Robocop shoulder parts and still get inquiries about that. And I will get back to those people that have inquired. It's just, haven't been very organised lately. So yeah, I will get back in touch with those people if they are looking for Robocop shoulder parts, which I've sold quite a few of those. So it just shows you with Hot Toys, the quality control is absolutely terrible. And a small part that costs pennies to make can solve people's problems. So if I can do that, I will. Always looking to help out people. Not looking to make a lot of money, but obviously to recoup some money from projects like this. I mean, silicon is not cheap, resin is not cheap, so it just keeps me ticking over. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Anybody interested in seeing more of the recasting process, there's plenty of videos on YouTube, but if you want me to add my little perspective on it, I can, but it's just filming it's just tricky, complicated and messy. So yeah, there's some good videos out there, the Craftman, other people If you want any help getting the products, there's a company, DWR, that I buy the stuff from, and they do good quality stuff, good quality resin. There are other people out there that make resins and stuff, but I won't be buying any of their stuff again. I won't mention who, but it was off eBay, and the quality of the stuff isn't great. But I can vouch for this stuff. It's good. Don't know how health-wise how good it is for you. Probably not great. Carcinogenic. Wear a mask and have well-ventilated areas and all that business. And yeah, anybody want any info, hit me up. I'll put some links below where I get my shit. Not sponsored, not getting any kickbacks, just trying to share info with people. It's good fun making your own stuff. It's not that hard. It just takes a bit of trial and error sometimes, and some good tips, like the burping business. That really gets rid of the air bubbles. You don't have to spend money on vacuum chambers and all this sort of stuff. I mean, unless you're doing really big pieces and you want really good detail. If you're just, making your own bits and bobs, it should be okay. Anyway, hit me up if you want any more info. If not, thanks for watching. Leave a like, sub, all that business. Bye-bye.